Troy Scott talked on Monday about Adrian needing to be able to expect certain things from everyone else on the field.
Yeah.
The offensive receivers running the right routes, offensive linemen protecting. How have you guys progressed this week in that? What did you guys talk about in the aftermath of that game? You feel like you guys can improve?
Yeah, first of all, we talked about that we're in this thing together. We're a team. We can't listen to the outside noise. We can't listen to everybody who says this and that. We got to trust each other, and we got to play together. And we got to understand that everyone's job is important, right? In this offense, if 10 guys are doing their job and one guy's not, it's not going to work. And so, the interceptions, a lot of times the quarterback's going to get blamed for it. But he did, no, it's all of us. It's the receivers not running the right routes, or not getting the right depth, or not being detailed. It's the running backs. It's the offensive line giving the quarterback a little extra time, more protection. It's the quarterback making the right read. It's all of us. Coaches calling a better play. It's all of us. So we understand that. We understand we're in this thing together. We understand that the importance of practice, the detail of practice. Right? Details of making the right decision in practice, details of the receivers making sure that we're at the right place at the right time, full speed. And they've done a good job this week of doing that, giving the quarterback confidence that we're going to be where we're supposed to be. Right? Our job as receivers is to give the quarterback an accurate picture. When he hits his third step, fifth step, whatever it is, we're where we're supposed to be. And he trusts that we're going to get there. And right now, I don't know if there's that trust. And so we've worked hard this week and feel like the quarterback now understands that we're going to be where we're supposed to be.
Is that something that you've seen that's been inconsistent over not just last week, but over the course?
Yeah, that's definitely. Making sure that we're detail oriented, that we're in the right spots at the right time. And as receivers, we can do a lot better. And we know that in our room, that we've got to be better. We've got to give Adrian confidence that we're going to be where we're supposed to be. And the guys have worked on that. And we're going to simplify things a little bit so we can go fast. The guys understand what we're trying to do, and we can go make plays.
How do you overcome some of the things with the receivers that you just can't fix? I mean, you can't put a 6'4" guy out there when you don't have one.
Yeah. You got to keep working, keep grinding, keep getting better day by day, finding roles, finding what guys do well, and putting them in positions to do their job. To ask a 5'6", 5'7" guy to run a deep route, to throw a jump ball, is asking him to do probably something he can't do. Asking, a bigger guy to catch a screen and work some interior move, it's probably not the best decision. So we got to find roles, find what guys do best, and try to highlight them the best as we can.
So who is your deep guy? Like, do you feel like you have somebody who can take?
Well, Mike Williams can run. Jerron Woodyard, he's back up healthy, so he can run. JD can run. Kanavai is more of a possession guy, but and even deep balls come back to the offensive line, giving the quarterback enough time, quarterback making the right decision, putting the ball where he needs to be, receivers running full speed. So it's a combination of everybody to create those explosive deep passes.
I know he's not been a game-breaking guy, but how much have you missed Cade Warner and his ability to do the little things right?
Yeah, we miss him a lot. He's battling injuries and not really full strength, but when he's on the field, he understands. He knows what to do. He's another coach on the field. I think the quarterbacks trust that he's going to be in the right position, going to run the right routes, and so we miss him, and hopefully he gets back soon and gets healthy where he can be at 100%.
He got out there for a few plays.
Yeah, got out there a few plays and then re-injured re-aggravated injury, and so we'll just see. He's day to day, but I need for him to get 100%. He's probably a 4.7 guy as it is, and so he needs to be 100% so he can play as fast as he can. So he understands that.
Northwestern held Wisconsin under 300 yards of offense. What did you see from their defense?
Their defense is solid, man. They get after it up front, very solid, very stout up front. They're not going to let you run between the tackles much. They don't do a whole lot, but what they do well. And they've had the same staff for 14, 15 years of continuity, so the guys understand the scheme, and they're not going to beat themselves. They're not going to be out of a gap. They're not going to overplay. They recognize formations. They recognize plays. So if a guard pulls, they understand. Okay, they've done their scouting report, and they're gonna fit it. So we've got to be detail oriented, sound. We can't turn the ball over because they're not going to beat themselves. So we can't beat ourselves, put ourselves behind the chains, turn the ball over. We've got to play a fundamentally sound football game.
we know you may not face Chase Young again this year, or a guy like that, but what's the conversation between we need to give our tackle more help against a really good pass rusher, and if we do that, then we're going to take a guy out of the pass route?
Well, we hope to play them again. We hope to take care of business and get better and win our side and play them in Indianapolis if they make it. But he's a tremendous player. We went back and watched the tape, and we definitely play him again. We're going to have to chip. We're going to have to do some things to neutralize his playmaking ability and make sure he's not disruptive and get us behind the chains. But luckily, we don't play them anymore, and a guy like him. But hopefully, we see him again in Indianapolis.
With some of your freshman receivers in the young class, have you seen some of those guys move toward being able to help you? I know you've got Darian on the field some, but how much do you see of guys like Jamie Nance?
They're doing a good job. They're going against their own scout team, going against our DBs every day, and then on Fridays we have a developmental scrimmage with those guys, and we're able to work with them more on Fridays. And you see flashes with them. Those guys are your speed guys, can stretch the field, got good hands. They just got to get become a little more physical and just process things a little quicker. And another year of maturity will help them both out. But those guys are the ones that when they get right, they'll be able to stretch the field and make plays down the field.
When you're teaching those guys how to win at the line of scrimmage, is there a guy in your room that you look to and say, hey, here's the example of how you're winning on that first step?
Yeah, Kanavai is a solid release. It's a solid fundamentalist. He does everything well. The teams like Ohio State, they try to disrupt your timing. So they're going to get up and try to press you, try to disrupt the timing. And so, we try to preach not taking a whole lot of time at the line of scrimmage. If we're standing there and we're juking and jiving and not getting into our routes, then the defense is doing what they're supposed to do. So, we work quickness, speed, getting in and out, getting off the line, low, tight, skinny. We work all the techniques every day. Going against our defense, that's all they do is press. And so what it comes down to is guys in the game is just reverting back to the fundamentals and what they've done all fall camp and utilizing the technique we've taught them and going to win. And there's times against Ohio State we did a good job releasing and something happened up front, or the quarterback didn't throw the ball or whatever. So we just got to be consistent, continue to work, and get ready for a good Northwestern team.
You said on Monday that they're going to try and force feed some of those wide receivers. What's the balance between that and game flow, situational stuff?
Yeah, within the structure, within the frame of the offense, we're going to try to get them more touches. JD to have one catch is inexcusable. He's a guy that when he gets the ball in his hands, he can make plays. So we got to find ways to get him the ball. Kanavai does a good job. We've got to just we've got to make sure we spread the ball around within the frame of our offense. We're not going to go outside of it and just focus on the receivers and how do we get, we got to be able to run the ball better. And if we run the ball better, then we'll be able to throw the ball better. So it's a combination of everything.
If your receivers are struggling to get it done, how confident are you that you can lean more on your tight ends?
Yeah, we got to use everybody. We can't just rely on receivers. We got to rely on the tight ends, the running backs as receivers. Adrian in pass routes, if nothing's there, beating teams with his legs. And in general, we just got to get better across the board. We got to get better as receivers, running routes, getting open. Tight ends got to get open. Quarterbacks got to make the right decisions, make the right throws. The O-line's got to protect. So every unit needs to get better. And this week, every unit has taken it upon themselves to find what they need to do better and work on it, and feel good about this week of preparation going into Northwestern.
Coach, how do you hold players accountable for penalties and turnovers and things like that?
Yeah,
what works?
Showing them the scoreboard and showing them when we don't have penalties, when we don't turn the ball over, when we don't have missed assignments, we usually go down and score. But when we have penalties, it's usually it's a punt. We're not successful. So in practice, if there's penalties, we run guys. There's stuff after discipline they do afterwards, just so they know that every play is important. You can't beat ourselves. We can't have penalties. Can't have turnovers. But when it comes down to it, they got to understand the importance of protecting the football, the importance of not making mistakes, not having penalties, and how important those things are. If we have those, we're not gonna move the ball. So, we try to do all we can to stress and emphasize not making those mistakes.
Hey Troy, what does this game and this week mean just for the season, getting it back on track for the Big Ten West and just everything that?
This is a get back week. get back on track week. And we're playing a good Northwestern team on defense. They beat us last year. So we know last year they started slow and then they went on to win our side of the division. So we understand it's a good opponent. It's a division game. So anytime you win in the division, the tiebreakers sometimes come down to the division. So it's a huge game. And we've looked past Ohio State. We understand we didn't play well, and we've looked past that. And we're looking forward to Northwestern and getting back on track and getting some positive momentum around here.
Before this year, have you ever installed a double wing I formation? That's something. What do you like about?
No, I haven't. But kind of going back to old Nebraska roots, and it's something that they have to work on. It's not an easy scheme to prepare for. So they probably got to take a couple periods out of each day to work on that, and if they do that, then they're not working on other things. So it gave us a spark, and we'll have different elements of that in each game, and something that the team's got to prepare for.
It's a question I got from a fan. Like when it was clear that it worked, you guys kind of went away from it. Was that because of the score, or we keep some of it back?
No, we thought we threw the interception. We thought after running it a bunch they were going to load the line of scrimmage, and so we had a play action where it looked like we were running inside, trap, and we had a pass off of it where Wandale was coming open and he actually tipped it and the guy made a play. So those things happen in the game, but we're going to utilize the run, and sometimes we want to go play action and use the run to set up a shot play, and unfortunately we tipped it and they made a heck of a play.
On subsequent drives, though, not using it as much.
Yeah, well, when the game got out of hand, we didn't want to show too much, and so we've got more in our bag that we can pull out this week or in the coming weeks.
All good.
All right, guys, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks.